Rolling hills, meticulously tended fields, the distant sight of horses pulling plows. This is the iconic image of an Amish farm. It's a scene that speaks of simplicity, hard work, and a life lived apart from the frantic pace of the modern world. A common perception is that the Amish shun all modern technology, especially electricity. Yet, these farms are highly productive, supporting large families and often contributing significantly to local agricultural markets. This begs the question, how does an Amish farm truly function, day in and day out, without being tethered to the public power grid? The answer lies in a fascinating, often unseen, layer of ingenuity and adapted infrastructure. The Amish evaluate new technologies based on their potential impact on their faith, family, and community. The key is control, maintaining separation, and ensuring that technology serves their values, rather than dictates them. It's important to remember that practices can vary significantly between different Amish affiliations, from the most traditional Old Order groups to more progressive New Order communities. Some may permit technologies that others prohibit. So, if not the public grid, what powers an Amish farm? The answer is a diverse array of alternative energy sources, cleverly adapted to meet their needs. Perhaps the most common workhorse is the diesel or gasoline engine. These internal combustion engines are ubiquitous on Amish farms, powering a wide range of equipment. You'll find them as stationary power units in barns or workshops, driving line shafts that distribute power to multiple machines, or as individual engines on equipment like hay balers, threshing machines, feed grinders, and water pumps. These engines provide reliable, robust power for tasks that would be incredibly arduous or impossible by hand or horsepower alone. Regular maintenance and a ready supply of fuel are, of course, essential parts of this system. Pneumatic power, or compressed air, is another ingenious solution. A diesel engine typically drives an air compressor, which then pipes compressed air to various tools and machines. In the workshop, this can power drills, sanders, impact wrenches, and other tools commonly found in any modern shop. Critically, in the dairy barn, compressed air is often used to operate the pulsators on milking machines, allowing for efficient milking of multiple cows. Some Amish households even adapt appliances like washing machines or mixers to run on compressed air. This system centralizes the power source, the engine and compressor, while distributing the usable energy quietly and efficiently through air lines. Hydraulic power is also utilized. Similar to pneumatic systems, hydraulic pumps can be driven by diesel engines, or sometimes by more traditional sources like windmills or water wheels in highly inventive setups. Hydraulic power is ideal for tasks requiring significant force, such as log splitters, shop presses, lifting mechanisms on farm implements, or powering hydraulic motors on various pieces of equipment. In recent years, solar power has seen selective adoption, particularly among more progressive Amish groups. This doesn't mean tying into the grid. Instead, photovoltaic panels are used for specific, self-contained applications. Common uses include charging 12-volt batteries for buggy lights and electric fences. In some cases, solar power might run water pumps or provide limited lighting in outbuildings or workshops. The acceptance of solar power often involves considerable discussion within the community, weighing its benefits against its worldly associations. Traditional wind power, in the form of the iconic multi-bladed windmill, remains a common sight, primarily used for pumping water from wells into storage tanks or directly to livestock troughs. While less common for generating electricity, some communities might use more modern wind turbines for battery charging systems, similar to their use of solar panels. Finally, battery power itself is a key component. These 12-volt batteries, charged by diesel generators or solar panels, are essential for electric lighting on buggies, as mandated by law for road safety. They also power flashlights and may be used for other small, approved electrical devices. Water is life on any farm, and managing it without relying on electric pumps from the public grid requires careful planning and a repertoire of ingenious techniques. Gravity is the simplest and most preferred method. Amish farms are often cited to take advantage of natural topography. Springs or wells located on higher ground can feed water via pipes directly to the farmhouse, barn, and livestock troughs with no need for pumping. Cisterns for storing rainwater, often collected from barn or house roofs, are also strategically placed to utilize gravity flow. The classic farm windmill is a stalwart of Amish water systems. Its slowly turning blades harness the wind's energy to operate a lift pump, drawing water from deep wells into elevated storage tanks. From these tanks, water can then be distributed by gravity. A particularly clever device used in some areas is the hydraulic ram pump. This remarkable pump uses the energy of falling water to pump a portion of that water to a much higher elevation. It requires a source of flowing water like a stream or spring, but once installed, it operates continuously with no other power source, making a distinctive rhythmic sound. Hand pumps are still found on many Amish farms, often at wells providing water for the household or as a backup system. They are simple, reliable, and require no external power. For situations requiring larger volumes of water to be moved, such as irrigating fields or filling large stock tanks quickly, portable pumps powered by gasoline or diesel engines are employed. This ensures that even during dry spells or periods of high demand, water needs can be met. Rainwater harvesting, collecting runoff from roofs into large cisterns, supplements these sources, providing a sustainable supply for various farm uses. Dairy farming is a significant part of the Amish agricultural economy, and it presents particular challenges without grid electricity, especially concerning milking and milk cooling. For the milking process itself, hand milking is still practiced, particularly on very small farms or by more traditional Amish orders. However, for most commercial dairy operations, machine milking is standard for efficiency and hygiene. These milking machines are typically powered pneumatically. A vacuum pump, driven by a diesel engine and often located in a separate engine room to minimize noise and exhaust in the barn, creates the necessary suction. This vacuum is piped to the milking stalls, where it operates the pulsators and draws milk from the cows. This system allows multiple cows to be milked simultaneously, comparable to modern dairies. Once collected, milk must be cooled rapidly to maintain quality and meet stringent state and federal food safety regulations. This is one area where the Amish have made significant adaptations. The most common solution today is a diesel-powered refrigeration unit connected to a bulk milk tank. This is essentially the same technology used in refrigerated trucks, adapted for stationary use on the farm. The diesel engine drives a compressor, which cools the milk to the required temperature. Historically, and still used for smaller quantities or household use, spring houses were vital. These small structures are built over a cold, flowing spring. Milk cans would be placed in the cool spring water to lower their temperature. Ice houses, where blocks of ice harvested from ponds in winter were stored deep into the summer, also played a role in milk cooling and food preservation, though they are less common today with the advent of more efficient methods. Propane-powered refrigerators or coolers can also be used for milk storage, especially for smaller volumes or if diesel refrigeration is not available or permitted by a particular ordinance. Meeting the strict temperature requirements for selling milk commercially has driven much of the innovation in Amish dairy cooling systems. Amish farms blend traditional horsepower with selective engine power for efficiency. Draft horses are primary for field work like plowing and harvesting. Engine-powered auxiliary equipment assists with demanding tasks such as baling and threshing while still being horse-drawn. Farming practices prioritize traditional knowledge, crop rotation, and natural fertilizers. Workshops, powered by diesel engines and line shafts, enable equipment repair and fabrication. Amish farms and homes operate functionally without public electricity. Workshops utilize compressed air or hydraulics for tool power, and blacksmithing is essential for equipment maintenance and fabrication. Homes are lit by kerosene, oil, or propane lamps, maximizing natural light. Refrigeration employs propane refrigerators, iceboxes, with ice made using propane or diesel freezers, and root cellars. Cooking and heating rely on wood burning and propane stoves. Laundry is done with manual or engine/pneumatic-powered wringer washers, and outdoor drying. Communication relies on communal phones instead of home phones, and business is conducted through mail, visits, and limited, controlled internet access at business locations for specific purposes. This hidden infrastructure demonstrates ingenuity, resourcefulness, and a deliberate approach to technology, enabling a sustainable and independent way of life. In an era dominated by high-powered machinery and digital tools, a small, traditional community continues to defy the norms. The Amish, known for their distinctive lifestyle, the Amish live without electricity from public utility lines, without cars, and without most modern technologies. But what truly amazes outsiders is how they manage to build entire homes, sometimes in a single day, without using power tools. The Amish are a group of traditionalist Christian church fellowships with Swiss-German Anabaptist origins. Most Amish communities are located in the United States, primarily in Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Indiana. They live by a code of conduct known as the Ordinum, which guides daily life, clothing, technology use, and social practices. While there are differences between communities, Most old-order Amish prohibit the use of electricity from the grid and internal combustion engines. This restriction shapes every aspect of their lives, especially how they build their homes. One of the most distinctive aspects of Amish construction is the absence of electricity. Amish builders do not plug in electric drills, circular saws, or air compressors. Yet their homes are built to last, often exceeding the quality of modern construction. To understand how they manage this, it's essential to explore their tools, techniques, materials, and methods. An Amish house building project is never a solo effort. Community involvement is a core aspect of the process. When a family needs a home, neighbors, relatives, and church members all come together. This practice is best exemplified in the tradition of the barn raising, where entire structures are erected in a single day through group labor. The same collaborative spirit applies to house construction. Roles are assigned in advance. Carpenters, roofers, framers, cooks. Everyone contributes according to skill or need. Amish construction reflects their values: simplicity, humility, and mutual aid. The first phase of Amish house construction is site preparation. This includes clearing the land, leveling the ground, and setting a solid foundation. For excavation and concrete work, some Amish communities may hire non-Amish contractors with powered equipment. Others use horse-drawn equipment or pneumatic tools, powered by off-grid air compressors. Foundations are typically poured concrete or concrete block. In colder climates, basements are common and must be insulated and waterproofed by hand. Once the foundation cures, the main building can begin. Framing is one of the most labor-intensive stages of building a house, and the Amish do it entirely without electric tools. They use hand saws, mallets, braces, augers, chisels, and framing squares. In some communities, pneumatic nail guns are powered by diesel or gas air compressors mounted on wagons, a permitted workaround under the ordinance. Lumber is pre-measured and marked by hand. Every board is placed carefully using levels, string lines, and plumb bobs. This attention to precision ensures that the structure is sound. Within a day or two, walls are raised, floor joists are in place, and the roof begins to take shape. Installing a roof is a dangerous job, and the Amish rely on teamwork and timing. Once the trusses or rafters are installed, they move quickly to lay down sheathing, tar paper, and shingles. Hand-driven hammers are often used, although pneumatic roofing nailers are common in some districts. Metal roofing panels are also popular due to their longevity and fire resistance. These are cut using manual shears or off-grid power tools operated by air or gas. Because of the scale and complexity, dozens of men may be involved in a single roofing job, finishing it in hours. Doors and windows are often built by Amish craftsmen or purchased from suppliers who adhere to Amish standards. These are installed using chisels, hand planes, and manual drills. For siding, Amish homes frequently use natural wood boards, applied with precision and uniform spacing. In colder regions, clapboard or board and batten, siding helps insulate against the elements. All finishing work, from painting to caulking, is done manually. Brushes, not sprayers. Ladders, not lifts. Simplicity is not just preferred, it is required. Inside the home, Amish carpenters handle all framing, drywall, flooring, and cabinetry using hand tools or non-electric machines. Cabinets, for example, are built from scratch using dovetail joints and mortise and tenon construction. These techniques create strong, long-lasting joints without nails or screws. Hardwood floors are laid piece by piece, sanded manually, and finished with oil-based stains. Walls are usually painted in light, neutral colors to reflect available daylight, since electric lighting is not installed. If wiring or plumbing is required, for example, in more progressive Amish groups, it is installed discreetly and often powered by off-grid solutions like propane, solar, or battery systems. Because there is no central electric heating, most Amish homes rely on wood-burning stoves or propane heaters. Chimneys and stovepipes are installed during the framing phase, using fire-rated materials and insulation. Lighting is provided by kerosene lamps, gas lights, or increasingly, battery-powered LED fixtures. Skylights and large windows are also essential, maximizing natural daylight. The absence of electric HVAC systems means insulation must be meticulous. Double walls, tight seals, and thermal barriers are common in colder regions. The furniture inside an Amish-built house is often made by the family or local craftsman. Each piece is constructed using hardwood and traditional joinery. Fixtures such as sinks and tubs may resemble those in English homes, but the plumbing is minimal and designed for water efficiency. Most homes do not have washing machines, dishwashers, or microwaves. Instead, they rely on manual methods. Clothes are washed by hand or with mechanical wringers and dried outside. Kitchens feature gas or wood-burning stoves with no electrical appliances. Amish homes are models of energy independence because they use almost none. The speed at which Amish homes are built is often surprising. With pre-cut lumber, detailed planning, and many hands, a full house can be framed and roofed within 1 or 2 days. The entire home, from foundation to finishes, may be completed in less than 2 months. Their speed is not due to cutting corners, but from sheer manpower and discipline. Everyone knows their task. There are no delays from permits, inspections, or subcontractors. Efficiency is achieved through repetition, coordination, and experience. It's important to understand that not all Amish communities follow the same rules. Some allow limited technology, such as hydraulic lifts, solar panels, or propane-powered refrigeration. Others reject any powered devices beyond hand tools. New Order Amish may use telephones, electricity from generators, or even computer-based bookkeeping in their businesses. However, homes remain low-tech. When it comes to building, the degree of permitted technology varies, but the core principle remains: simplicity, self-reliance, and separation from the world. The Amish rely on an impressive array of manual tools: hand saws for cutting lumber, braces and bits for boring holes, chisels and gouges for fine joinery, mallets and hammers for assembly, levels, squares, and plumb lines for precision. In communities that permit it, compressed air systems are used to power nail guns and drills. These compressors are operated by diesel or propane engines, not electric motors. Workshops are often powered by belt-driven machines run by small engines or by hydraulic systems connected to wind or water power. Their tool mastery is both practical and artistic. The Amish build without power tools because it aligns with their beliefs. Their way of life emphasizes humility, labor, and detachment from worldly conveniences. Building by hand fosters patience, cooperation, and craftsmanship. It also ensures that homes are made to be lived in for generations, not just decades. By avoiding the speed and ease of technology, they preserve skills that are nearly extinct in modern society. Their buildings are not just shelters, they are expressions of faith, community, and continuity. The Amish construction process teaches several universal lessons. Community is more powerful than machinery. Quality craftsmanship requires time and care. Simplicity can lead to durability and beauty. Manual tools, when mastered, can rival modern power tools. Independence from the grid is possible and sustainable. As interest in sustainable building and off-grid living grows, more people are looking to the Amish for inspiration. They show what's possible when tradition is combined with purpose.